Ah, okay, I'm on. Great. Oh, there we go. It says I'm live. Let's see if this works. I think this is working. I don't know. I don't know if it's working or not because I was checking it on my phone and it was really laggy. I hope you can hear me because I don't have anyone to check for me right now. Everyone's busy with stuff. Hello, I'm Potato. I'm going to be streaming a lot more in the future, so I just wanted to start a stream now because I have been wanting to start a stream for a while. Sorry, my phone was making noise. And I kept getting sick and just one thing after another. And so for the past 3 months, I've been trying to start this stream and it finally worked out that today I had some time and I was pumped. And I'm like, today's the day. And sometimes that just happens. Like, sometimes today is just the day, right? I'm gonna turn this light on. It is overcast outside. There's like a big window here for me to look out. And it's very green. There's trees and bushes and everything. There's a little Japanese maple and spruce trees and redwood trees and bushes. And it's overcast, but it's a nice day. It's not cold and it's not raining either, so I like days like this. I went outside earlier and I was taking the bus and it was really nice. So we have a very nice day to get us going, right? Okay, well, my stream is going to be mostly about me doing things here. So I like to do puzzles. I do 1,000 piece puzzles. I've done about 6 so far. And I love doing puzzles because every little piece is like a little dopamine rush. And with ADHD, that's what you look for all the time. I can do my puzzle, and what I do is I do the puzzle and then I glue it, and then I frame it. And my goal is to have, this is like a lofty goal, but my goal is to have the Guinness World Record for most 1,000 piece puzzles framed done by one person. It'll take me years to get there because I know there are some people out there who are like way ahead of me. But I don't know if they've actually made this a goal of theirs. And I was looking up Guinness World Records to see if I could find something like that. The only thing I found was someone has the biggest puzzle collection, but they're not all done. They're mostly just in boxes around her house. And I thought, oh my god, that's amazing. And that's actually where I got the idea. And then I was looking up to see if I could find if anyone had this specific Guinness record in mind. And I couldn't find anything, but I did find that there is a puzzle. It's like a convention or something, and they have the fastest timed 1,000 piece puzzle, like from nothing to done. And me, I take probably like a few weeks to finish a puzzle. And I was looking at this article and I was like, okay, it's gotta be like 8 hours or 9 hours or something, right? Like it's gotta take a full day. This guy took a puzzle, 1,000 piece puzzle. He finished it in under 3 hours. Under 3 hours. There's no way I could do that. Like, how do you even do that? Just, even if I had all the pieces lined out, right? And I knew where they were all gonna go. It would take me, I would say, probably at least 20 minutes to just put them all, in line, line after line. Like, how do you take a 1,000 piece puzzle and like just put it together in under 3 hours? Like one person. It was one person working on this. I couldn't even believe it. So I'm never going to be that fast. I really don't ever think I'm going to be that fast. But I do still like doing puzzles. And I will show you some of the puzzles that I've done so far sometime. Not right now. And I'm sorry if you can hear the kids outside screaming. The kids next door are very loud and they play in the yard all the time. And I think it's cute because they're always just out there having fun. I mean, I loved like playing when I was little. I hated being outside for some reason. My mom would always be like, "Oh, you guys should go play outside." And I'm like, I don't want to go outside. And like I've always been a homebody. But I don't know, there's something nice about hearing kids having a good time, I guess. They're always like laughing and screaming and chasing each other around, and like that's just so nice. There's something about that that's just so wholesome. Anyway, I'm going to start my puzzle today, and this is actually a really nice gift that I got for my brother and sister-in-law. They brought me this puzzle back from Japan because they asked me what I wanted from Japan, and I was like, can you get me like a 1,000 piece puzzle, please? And they didn't say yes or no, and I didn't even see if they'd seen, like, I didn't even know if they'd read the message or not because they were already in Japan at that point. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get one because I'd already told them that I wanted like some grammar books or something because I'm learning Japanese, and so I was like, oh, that's probably what they're gonna get me. I didn't know that they had actually seen my message and got me a 1,000 piece puzzle, which is really sweet. Anyway, so that's the picture. I have already opened it, and this was before I thought it was, oh, that would be a good idea. I could do it streaming. This was all in like a package, and it had like, it came with its own glue, so you could glue it too. I just use Mod Podge, but whatever. I can still use Mod Podge. And this is the picture again. And isn't it cute? 1,000 pieces. And I have a bunch of frames because they were on sale. The frames that I use. It is not a fancy frame. It is like the cheapest frame. Because then I can buy a lot of them and I can keep doing puzzles all the time, right? So I'm going to start, what I do is I start by separating out all the edge pieces. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to start doing the edge. And then what I do is usually I will separate the rest of the pieces into like 2 or 3 boxes, depending. because this didn't come with a poster though, I'm going to have to use the front of the box as my guide. And I think I'll have to get another box, which is fine because I have like 100 boxes anyway. Not literally. I think I said I've done 6 puzzles, so like maybe 12 different half boxes. And what I started doing recently was the back of the frame, like the cardboard back of the frame, is obviously exactly the size of the puzzle. Most times, some puzzles are like, they're different size, right? You would think it would be like the same across the board for a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's not. The first puzzle that I did, the first 1,000-piece puzzle I did, was just slightly too big for the frame. It was just slightly too big. So I was trying to like, pound it like into the frame and it wasn't fitting. And so I was like sanding down the edges ever so slightly. And anyway, eventually I did get it in the frame and I framed it. That was the first puzzle I did. I was worried because I was like, oh, am I going to have to do this for every single stupid puzzle? No, it was only that one. The other puzzles that I got were perfect. Like they fit in fine. And so that's good. It might have been the frame too, I don't know. But yeah, anyway. It was so nice, that puzzle. I still have it, of course. I framed it. I glued it and I framed it. And it's very colorful. It's like this black cat. It has all these flowers behind it. It's like a painting. And it's just very like vivid and there's lots of color in it. And of course it's a cat, so I like it. And it was missing one piece. Just one piece. And I thought, okay, that's fine. One piece, I can live with that. It's a 999 piece puzzle, which irks me a little bit, but also it's kind of special. The piece is like at the very bottom, like when you're looking at it, it's on like the right hand side. I'm like, okay, it's a little bit special. And then I went to the thrift store for something unrelated, probably clothes, and I found another puzzle. And it aligned with my my vision for puzzles. There's a lot of puzzles that I don't want to do, and so I try to keep it to a certain theme. Like I like lots of color, but I also like it to be cozy or cute. So like this really, like, this is good. This is nice. And it's colorful and it's cute. But anyway, I was at the thrift store and I found this puzzle, and it's a painting of it's like a fantasy painting. So there's like this boat in the foreground, and you see this woman with like this long white flowy dress on, and she's kind of like reaching into the water. And in the background, you can see like other kind of boats like this, and it's kind of like at night, so like the light is very important in the painting. So you can see the lights on the boats, and like you can see light coming through windows and stuff like that. And when I bought it, I didn't know this, but when I opened it, there was a little post-it note in it that said, "One piece missing," with a little sad face. And I was like, okay, this one piece missing thing is probably going to be a theme. So I'm going to say, I think I've done 7, no, 6. I think I've done 6. I could just go check, but I don't want to get up. So I've done not 6,000 pieces, but 5,998 pieces of puzzles so far. Something like that, anyway. And when I looked at the cover of that thrift store puzzle, there was a little circle that had been drawn like in pen. And I didn't notice it when I bought it. I just thought maybe it was like something weird about the painting. But then when I started doing the puzzle, I was like, oh, that's why I can't find that specific piece. It was like a window pane. So that was the missing puzzle. Anyway, the missing puzzle piece. So I'm just going to grab the frame so that I can start this. I'll just be 1 second. It's right over here. So this is the frame that I use. And most 1,000 piece puzzles are this size. So I just take this out and like just put the puzzle directly on the back. Because I realized that like I think 5 puzzles in, I realized that I could do that. And so I've just been doing that instead of like, I used to just do the puzzle on the table and then I would have to put like shimmy paper under it so that the glue wouldn't get on the table, and then I would have to tear the paper off because inevitably it would stick to the paper. And you know, it was just this whole ordeal, and I was like, why don't I just do the puzzle directly on the backing of the frame? Then I don't have to do anything. If it sticks to the backing of the frame, that's totally fine, right? Like, whatever. That's the whole point. So that's what I've been doing since then. So these frames are actually like 1 inch too long for most 1,000 piece puzzles. This is the loudest. I'm sorry it's so loud. I'm just gonna stuff it over here out of the way. So yeah, so this is like, it's 1 inch too long for most 1,000 piece puzzles. Most of them are just under 20 inches wide and like just under 27 inches long, and this is 20 by 28. So like, you can see that, and it's fine. Like when you look at the framed ones that I've done, you can barely tell. There's like 1/2 inch on each side, and it's not really noticeable, but it still bugs me sometimes because, oh, where's I need my screwdriver. Where did I put it? I usually use like a screwdriver to pry these up with, but I think I'm just gonna use my scissors. So just a second. Where are you, screwdriver? If I can't find my screwdriver, I'll just use the scissors. Okay. I don't like using the scissors, but I can't find my screwdriver. I wasn't thinking when I started. So let's just like use this to pry it up. And it works pretty well. These little metal things, I don't know what to call them, tabs, I guess, or something. But they come up pretty easily. And with the flathead screwdriver, it's actually a lot easier. I'm running out of space here. I don't want to bump stuff. The last time I bumped the power cord, my computer shut off. And I was like, oh shit. So I had to like restart my whole computer. And okay, the thing about the outlets in this apartment, they're not very good. This apartment is very old. It's not super old. You would think the outlets would be better, or at least they would have updated them in like the 70 years since this apartment was built. But anyway, a lot of the outlets, the plugs just like fall out. So I had to tape the plug of the extension cord into the wall. And even then, like if you jiggle it like just the wrong way, it breaks the connection. So that was really annoying when I found that out the first time because my computer turned off. And I hate it when my computer turns off because I usually have stuff open that I don't want to close. For instance, for work and stuff like that, I have stuff open and like I might be in the middle of something and I just don't want my computer to turn off for whatever reason. And so, yeah, anyway, that was annoying. But I have to be really careful about what I jiggle, what I jiggle around here. So this should come up. I might need the scissors again. This should come up pretty easily. Oops. Come on. You know, I could just, it's hard to flip it over. I don't want to. Sometimes it gets like a little bit like stuck on whatever. There we go. Okay, so this is the back. So you can hang it either way, like vertical or horizontal. And then this is just what I do the puzzle on, which is perfect. It also helps when I'm doing the edge pieces because I know exactly where, like, how big it's supposed to be. So that's that. And I've got some, I don't know what this is. It's always in the puzzle. Like it's just like a little piece of plastic or something. I don't know. It's always in the puzzle. And then they have this poster. Because this is technically a poster frame. It says poster frame on it. When I was at the store, I was looking around at all the frames that they had, and I didn't know which one to get. So I asked the woman, and she was like, yeah, we have some over here. And I was like, well, yeah, but it's for a puzzle. She's like, yeah, this is the one people get for puzzles. And I was like, okay, so it will fit in there. She's like, yeah, it can fit. And it did. Well, the first one didn't fit very well, but the other ones would fit fairly well. And I'm gonna put that over there. And so they've all fit pretty well so far. And this I'm just gonna put over here so that yeah, I'll put it somewhere else when I'm done. And this is my workspace. So this is where the puzzle's gonna go. And it's nice and smooth, and then when I glue it, I don't care if it sticks to the back. And oh right, I was gonna get another box so that I could put the pieces in. So let me just get that, because I can't do this now. I'm still here, I promise, I'm still here. Oh, and then I can show you one of the other puzzles I did. So this puzzle, I'm going to use the box from this one because the box is quite small, so it'll fit on the table. So this was one of the puzzles that I did. And I don't know if you can read that. It says The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, which is a book, I believe. It was a nonfiction book. I can't remember. Someone explained it to me once. And see, this came with a poster. So what I would usually do is I would put the poster up on the wall or over there or whatever, and then I would be able to use the top of the box for puzzle pieces, but this one didn't come with a poster, so I'm going to have to use the top of the box, which is fine. We've got 3 here. that should be enough. It's usually enough. And when I get down to like the last like 100 or so pieces, what I do is I separate them into shapes. So like this would be one shape, and then let's see what else. And then this would be another shape. Oops. So like whether it has two ends or one end, or if it's like weird shaped. Now, I've never done a puzzle like this before. I've never done a puzzle like this before. I usually do Cobble Hill puzzles because I like how they feel, and I also like that their puzzles aren't always the same. Like I've done a few Cobble Hill puzzles, and I love that there's differences between how they cut each puzzle, which I really like. So, for instance, I was doing this puzzle, I think it was the last puzzle I did, and there was this space, and it looked like one piece. Like it looked like one piece. It looked a little bit big for one piece, but it looked like one. And I was down to like the last like 100 pieces, 50 pieces, and I was like trying to figure out what the heck this piece was because none of my pieces were fitting. And it turned out it was actually two really small, weirdly shaped pieces that went together. And I just love little things like that about the puzzles. Like if it's too monotonous, like this is a Cobble Hill puzzle. So yeah, like this one was fun to do. It was hard because a lot of the stuff, like the leaves and stuff, they look kind of the same. And there were big areas like here and here where a lot of the pieces look the same. But then in that instance, usually what I do is I get all the pieces that I suspect will go in that specific area, and then I just work through it. I just sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this section next. And I just, does this go there? Does this go there? And sometimes it takes me like 20 minutes or half an hour to finish that little spot, but then it gets done. And then I move on. And, it's just, I don't know why I like doing puzzles so much. It's just so much fun. So, yeah, this one was good. This is one of the ones I framed. And it's Cobble Hill. I love Cobble Hill puzzles. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate out the edge pieces. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to put them on. Can you still see that? Move that there. Okay. I'm going to put all the edge pieces on here because that's where they're going to be anyway. I have never done a Japanese puzzle before, I can say with certainty. And, oh, I was going to show you. There is a way to tell that this is from Japan, and it says right here. I don't know if you can read that. Right there. Oh, it's kind of blurry. But anyway, it says, for sale in Japan only. They brought it back for me. And I'm so grateful. They're super nice people, and I'm so happy to have them in my life. My sister-in-law taught English in Japan for a while, and so she speaks Japanese pretty fluently. And it has really made me want to pick up Japanese again, because I had been learning it off and on since like my 20s, and I didn't really have that much motivation because I was always like, oh yeah, I would love to go to Japan one day, but I never really conceptualized it. I never really It was always just something that I wanted to do. And something that really, really bugs me, and something that I've heard from older people, like, is that they regret not doing stuff that they wanted to do. They regret being afraid, and that they should have just done it and not like hemmed and hawed over it. And like, I kind of got that. Like, I kind of got that when I was younger, but also it's just become more and more relevant as I got older. So I don't want to go through life and just being like, oh, I wish I could do this, and I should do this, and I should do that, and I never really do any of it, right? I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be stuck, you know? I want to do it, and I've made a concerted effort to start doing the stuff in my life that I've said that I wanted to do. What are some of the other things? So, like, learning a language is definitely up there. It's really high. And Japanese so far, I mean, I don't want to say it's easy, but I feel like it will be easy. The more I learn, well, obviously, the more I learn, the easier it gets. But like, the more I learn, the more I understand that it's not as complicated as I thought it would be, which is good when you're learning something, because, you know, once you've kind of reached that point where you're like, oh yeah, you know, I kind of understand sentence structure, and, you know, what particles to use and at what time, and you know, why we say it this way and not that way, and learning the hiragana and katakana. And it's like, I think it was just been like last week since I learned katakana, and my Japanese teacher, I have a Japanese teacher, and she lives in the same city that I do, but she's from Osaka, and so she's a native speaker, but she teaches Japanese online in her spare time, and she is the sweetest teacher I've ever had in my life. Like, I've never been so comfortable as a student, and I cannot praise her enough. I wish everyone had her as a teacher, not just for Japanese, but you know, she should teach other stuff, but no. I think one of my goals is to be a translator, but that's going to be a few years down the line, I think. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. My Japanese is like, it's slow, but, you know, it's slow, but it's progressing, I guess, is the thing. I was kind of worried there for a little bit because I wasn't really progressing much. And then I found this class I can go to, and I found my teacher, and I like really dedicated myself to learning the hiragana and katakana. And since all those things have come into place, it's been really fun to start learning more words and things like that. Like, I have little post-it notes up around my house with, and each one has like 2 or 3 words in hiragana. So every time I walk by, I force myself to look at the words and read them. And I think over time I'm starting to get, I think I remember some of them. Hebi is snake, I think. And there's suika, which is watermelon. And what else? Chiritori, which is like dustpan. So like there's all these different random words that I've been posting up. And yeah, maybe I'll never use them. Like maybe I'll never use hebi, or maybe I'll never use chiritori, but it still kind of gets you in that mindset, you know? And it's fun. And my kids don't know Japanese, but one of them is like, what? How do you say this in Japanese? And then they'll cover the post-it note. I'll be like, I don't remember. But then I'm forced to think about it, right? I'm forced to be like, okay, what was it? What was it? I don't remember. And then I guess. And sometimes I get it right. Just from guessing. So I think every effort you make towards something is just, it's such a positive thing in your life. Like effort, I can't tell you how important it is to just make an effort. Right? Like it doesn't matter if you succeed or not. It doesn't matter. Like if 3 years down the line I'm at the same level, yeah, I'll be disappointed, but I made an effort, right? And I think because I'm acknowledging that for myself, it makes me want to keep going. And because I'm making the effort, I am seeing progress. I mean, it's slow progress, but, you know, it's progress. Okay, how many pieces do we have here? Not enough. That is not the whole thing. I can tell you right now. That is not the whole story. We need quite a few more. Now, okay, see, I haven't been paying attention if there's anyone even watching, because we're watching. Oh, I didn't know anyone was watching. Hi. Oh my god. Number one. You're number one. Okay. I totally didn't know you were watching. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot that there was a chat. And I was like, yep, I should probably take a look at that. I think I can look at it through OBS. Hi! Hi! Oh my god! My first fan! Are you gonna send me creepy fan mail? Okay. I think I can see the chat through OBS somehow. You probably know how. There's, what movie are you watching, by the way? I don't know if you can still hear me or if you started the movie. I'm just gonna check if I can, because I think there's a way I can see the chat. The chat isn't coming up for some reason. Huh. It's like got a loading screen. That's weird. Fat chance. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't even have a P.O. box. But I probably would if people started sending me. I probably would not give out my real address, which is a good idea. To anyone. Don't give your address out, kids, to people online, because that's just creepy. You just never know. You never know who might be watching. Let's see here. Okay, I've got a whole bunch, and there's more. They keep multiplying or something. There's one. That one? No. So, memories of murder. That sounds like... It sounds like a horror version of Eternal Sunshine. Which I think I've only seen like once or twice. Probably twice. Because I think I remember seeing it one time and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this happened. The part with Elijah Wood where he's like turning around and you can't see his face, that part always creeped me out. Like, no, don't do that. Okay. I'm looking through all these pieces and just finding like cute little pieces. I don't know if you can see that. For some reason my chat isn't working. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that, but puzzle pieces. Oh, there's a duck. Is there a duck in there? I think it might have been that guy. Or that guy. Well, anyway. Oh, there's one. Now, when I get to a certain point, I will start separating them out. Like when I'm just like, okay, I've probably found like most of the edge pieces. And then what I do is I start separating them out into the other boxes that I showed you. And I will make sure that they're all face up. And that way, I go through every single piece and make sure that I have every edge piece. And it works out really well. It indeed works out really well. So what is that? Do they actually have the writing on there? There's a piece here. Oh, come on. There's a piece here with writing. With. Yeah. With the magical power of the Sanix fairies, Sanix town was born. This is Sanix town, by the way. I don't know much about this particular brand of cuteness. But yeah, see? It is the duck. That little duck right there eating the bun. I think it looks like a bun or something. And maybe I should just keep this. Whoops. Like that. Let's just make it like that. And make this like that. And that way I can kind of see the chat at the same time. Because my chat in OBS isn't working. Okay. I think I've got like a lot of the edge pieces. So I'm going to go through and pick out every piece and put it in a different box. I know there's more in here. I just don't know where. But see, instead of digging around this forever, I can spread it out over 3 boxes, and it's so much easier to find a piece, I swear. So like, now I just make sure that they're all face up, and that if I find an edge piece, I just put it, oh, see there's more words. Oh, I should have kept that word piece that I found. just put it over here. Oh well. I'll just put the word pieces over. Oh, there's an edge piece. Pardon me. Oh, there's an edge piece. See, I'm already finding some. And in these 3 boxes, they're going to definitely overlap. Like, the point isn't to spread them all out so that you can see every single piece, but it's just to get them all face up mostly. So it's easier to find pieces that you need. There's one, there's one. And then while you're going through it, you just find all these edge pieces naturally. So, oh, there's one, see? And you get to look at all the cute pieces. Now this puzzle I'm finding is very, like, there aren't any weird pieces. All the pieces are pretty uniform. Which is fine. Like, it's going to be an easy puzzle. I'm not going to get tripped up on a piece that looks like one piece, but is actually 2. Let me see. So, that one looks like it goes with another piece that I saw. I was on the bus earlier today, and for some reason, the bus driver stopped at one stop and just sat there for like a few minutes. And I was like, what are you doing? It's like rush hour, like, let's go, right? But it just sat there for a few minutes, and I'm like, you know, like, normally I wouldn't care, but I was taking the bus to the station so I could catch another bus home, and I only had like 5 minutes to make the transfer, and I was like sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss my connecting bus. And it must have just pulled away when I got there, because I got there at like 3:27, and the bus was supposed to be there at 3:26, so I just missed it by like 1 minute. And what also sucked was that I think we got stuck behind a train at one point, so we were also just sitting there waiting for the stupid train to go by. But, you know, life happens. Just gotta roll with it. You know what? It didn't take any years off my life. Maybe it took a minute off my life. I don't know. We'll see when I get to the end of my life, and then I can be like, yeah, you know, I should have lived a lot longer than this because of that stupid bus. And I think it's such a lidiculous way to live through life, to go through life. Oh, there's that. There we go. Where? No. Okay, well, as I find those pieces, those writing pieces, I will put them aside. Oh, there's another one. And yeah, so oh shoot, I was gonna tell some more people about my stream, but I forgot. There's another one. The point of this stream is I was watching this documentary about loneliness, and like, that's not originally where I got the idea, but it did solidify it in my mind that this was probably a good thing to do, was to just be a place where people can come and talk to someone if they want, like ask questions in the chat, and if OBS is being good, I'll see them and I'll be able to answer them. Right now, there are no new chats, which is fine, because I think there's only 2 people watching right now, but hopefully I'll get more people in on this. I want anyone and everyone to come and watch my stream if they particularly, like, I want anyone to come, but like, if you are lonely, if you're sad, if you want someone to sit with for a while and talk about nothing, because usually I just talk about nothing, like the bus. And, you know, like, if you want that in your life, come on over, because I have 1,000 puzzles to do, and I would rather do them with someone, right? Like, this is still doing it with someone, I believe. And, you know, I would rather do that than just sit on my own and do it, you know. If I'm helping someone, all the better. Because I believe that we need more of that in our life, especially today. We need a place where we can be comfortable. You know, you don't have to perform. You can come and watch my stream, and you don't have to interact with anyone. You don't have to be around a bunch of strangers. It's just me, right? It's kind of like going to a party, but you're an introvert or something. You really don't want to be at the party and you don't want to interact with anyone. That's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to chat. You could just sit there and listen to me blather on about stuff if you want. You know what? Like, that's the whole point. Like, I want people to feel comfortable in this space. And I really hope that it grows into that. Like, I know I don't have that many subscribers right now, but maybe in the future. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. So I think I'll put a few more in here. And I'll switch to the other one. This one's getting a little bit full. Switch to this one. So this is, like, I wouldn't say boring, because I like sorting stuff, but it is repetitive. It is, oh, I hate when they do that. And so it can get, like, maybe a little boring. It's not really boring. I don't know if it's boring to watch, is the thing, because I'm just sitting here putting pieces from one box to the next box, looking for edge pieces on my way. So, but you know, just talking, just listening to someone talk sometimes is like the difference between having a super depressing, lonely day and a day where you can just make it through. And that's what I want to be. That's the kind of space and the kind of environment that I would like to be for people. If you are lonely, and if you are scared, or if you're just alone and you don't want to be alone, come hang out with me. That's pretty much the thing. That's the gist of this channel. And I was making a whole bunch of videos before, but I found it was tedious, because I would make the video and then I would spend like 3 hours editing it and putting subtitles. And I remember one time, so frustrating, and you probably know what I'm going to say, but I had spent like 3 hours editing this video and my computer froze and I lost the whole thing. But like 3 hours of my life never existed. And at that point I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't keep making these videos just to spend like hours of my day editing them and then lose it all. My computer at the time wasn't great. The computer I have now is okay for that, but I still don't really trust it. And I'd rather be live anyway, because it gives more of a human experience, I think, especially for the kind of channel that I want to cultivate. So I am done editing videos, like, for the most part. I mean, I'm sure in my life sometime I'm gonna have to edit a video again, but I'm not gonna make those writing videos anymore because it's just really hard. I don't know who the second viewer is. Oh wait, that's maybe, no, not me. I don't know. My friend, thank you for coming. It's probably just you and me right now. No, I don't think so. Okay. We've got that going. So, when did I want to start doing puzzles? I can't remember when it was when I got the idea. I was thinking about an eventual house that I would like to buy and decorate. And I thought it would be really cool to have, like, puzzles everywhere, but also ones that change with the season, or, you know, change with the holiday. So, like, if I had maybe like December 1st, I put up all my Christmas puzzles. Or, like, you know, in October, I put up all my Halloween puzzles. In the spring, I put up, you know, cute, colorful, springy puzzles. Like this one too, right? With the birds and stuff. I think that would be so cool to have decor that changed with the season. And I know, like, a lot of people do that already, but probably not to that extent. Not to the extent that I want to do it. Make a little bit more space here. Shovel our little guys. We need more space. So, oh, there's another one. This is nice, just hanging out, hey? I think this will probably go pretty well. The only thing is, my arm's getting sore from leaning on it. I don't really know how to cover these armrests. The fabric on the armrest is like, it's kind of like, it's soft when you feel it, but then if you lean your arm on it for too long, it has that kind of scratchy feeling. So, anyway. If you've ever heard an electric car go by, and it does that weird UFO hovering noise, you know, like, for the longest time, I couldn't think of what it was reminding me of. And I finally sat down and I was like, what does that remind me of? And I was like, oh, it's a song. It's a song that I heard in a movie, and I had to look it up, and it was, whoops. It's like an 80s song, and it had that kind of a noise in the beginning of the song. Anyway, that's what those cars remind me of, the 80s. Which is funny because they're very futuristic and very, you know, hovercrafty. But not really. Can you imagine if we had hovercraft? Like, I know we do, technically, in the world. but not for like, but like, okay, what is the obsession with hovercraft? Because I know that we went through a period where it was like, oh, hover cars, that would be so cool. You know, like being able to hover. And I'm just like, would it though? Would it be that cool to just be able to hover? And like, I don't know, call me crazy, but it wouldn't really make that much of a difference to me whether or not my wheels were touching the ground. So I wouldn't have wheels, but you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I hope I'm not missing any edge pieces. Like, I've just been talking and not really doing anything, but I think I've caught the ones that I've come across. A few more. I'll go over here now. So now I can see everything a little bit better. And I don't usually talk this much. I feel my throat getting sore already, but I think that'll just something that'll come with time. Oh my god. Like the more I talk, the more I'll probably get used to it. I don't know. I hope so, because this is something that I want to do for a long time. And there's another one. Was there one more? Yep, there is a corner piece. Okay, I already have some corner pieces. Okay, so I think I'll do a little bit more for this box. Oh my god, there's a little shark down here. With pointy teeth. Anyway. I'm going to put a little bit more in this box, and then I'm going to put a little bit more in the other box, and then I think that should be evenly distributed. Oh, pardon me. I keep burping. Apologies. I apologize. I remember one time. Pardon me. I was holding a cup of something really hot. And I held it up to my son's, like I held it up to my son, like, this is really hot. And so I think I asked him to like blow on it or something, or I was blowing on it, so he wanted to blow on it too. And before he blew on it, he burped. So he burped and then he blew his burp on my drink. I don't know. Kids, man. I don't know. I just like burst out laughing. I was like, what are you doing? You just burped on my drink. I'm so glad that I have such a good relationship with kids. I don't know if I could live with myself if I didn't. There we go. Okay, potato, let's go. We've got lots of ones here that need to be flipped over. Actually, you know what I might do? Because this is going so well. I might just keep putting them in there until I'm almost... Yeah, I think I might just keep putting them in here. I'm going to move them to the edge of it and keep putting them in the middle. Okay. Oh. Letters? I haven't seen any other letters, I don't think. Well, we'll get there. We will get there. See, this is what I mean by I'm like, how on earth could you do a puzzle in 3 hours? Like, under 3 hours. It was like just under 3 hours. It was like 2 hours and 56 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, how can you do a puzzle in that short of time? Like, I don't get it. because it takes me, like, you must have to, like, start putting the pieces together, like, right when you open it. You know what I mean? Like, you just open it and dump it and start, like, fanning everything out and just getting those pieces together right away. There's got to be, like, a method to it or something. I don't know how anyone could ever do a 1,000 piece puzzle. Like, I can understand if maybe, oh, come on, don't do that. If maybe it was a puzzle that you've done like 100 times before, but as far as I remember, this guy had never seen that puzzle before. So I don't know how he could do it in under 3 hours. I just don't know. Like, there's gotta be some kind of method to it. There's gotta be. I can't fathom being able to do a puzzle that quickly. Maybe just because my method is wrong. You'd probably look at my method and be like, yeah, that's where you're wrong. Now, potato, that is where you're wrong. You don't sort pieces like that when you're trying to do a puzzle in under 3 hours. You just can't do it. That's just not how it goes. Oh, you know what? I've been using one hand too. I bet he uses both hands and just goes to town. Like, there's gotta be some kind of... You've probably got to practice a lot too, right? Like, he's probably at home every day just going, okay, how fast can I get this done? You know? Like, I think, like, if I was trying to break a world record for the fastest 1,000 piece puzzle, then that's what I would probably do. I'd probably sit at home timing myself and checking, like, what methods work and what don't. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, there we go. Don't do that. Don't. How did that happen? Like, how do they get so into whatever? I'm gonna get some water here. I forgot I had water. My water tastes like bananas. And I will tell you why. Because every now and again, if I have bananas that are, like, really ripe, not even really ripe, just ripe enough, right? I will cut them up and put them in the freezer for smoothies. And it just so happened that I was freezing ice at the same time, and I put them right next to each other, and now my ice cubes taste like bananas. Not all of them, but most of them. It's kind of sad because I don't like bananas. I know. Potato. What are you thinking? I don't mind bananas if they're in other things, like banana bread is good. Eating a ripe banana on its own, it's gross, it's disgusting. Banana in a smoothie is fine. Banana, like, fried in some oil on pancakes with syrup, like, that's totally fine. Raw banana, ugh. It's the same with tomatoes. I can't eat raw tomatoes. I just can't. I can eat tomatoes any other way, almost. Stewed tomatoes are still kind of gross, but, like, any other way almost. I like salsa, I like pasta sauce, I like tomato soup, I like, all this different kind of stuff. And I just can't stomach a raw tomato. I don't know what it is. It's funny because I hate cilantro more than I hate tomatoes. I would eat tomatoes any day of the week over cilantro. Except I went to this cafe recently and they had all of this different kind of Indian food. And a lot of it was like Indian comfort food. They had this chili garlic Maggi. And it was so flavorful. I don't know what she did, because it's basically ramen noodles with seasoning and spices and stuff. I don't know what she did, but however she made it, she put cilantro in it. I didn't know there was cilantro in it, but I ate it, and the cilantro actually tasted fine. Like, I was like, there's cilantro in this, but I like it. I like it very much. And I don't know why, in that instance, it was okay. It must have been like some kind of seasoning or something that she put in that complemented the cilantro. Because usually I'm like, if I taste any cilantro in a dish, I can't eat it. But then I just realized, like, there's cilantro in this. Like, halfway through, I was like, there's cilantro in this. And I actually like it. I didn't even notice, was the thing. I didn't notice at first. I was like, oh wait, that's cilantro. Why doesn't it taste like garbage? I'm one of those people who cilantro doesn't taste like soap to me. I don't know. I think it's like a genetic thing where people have the funky cilantro gene. Pardon me. And apparently, you either like cilantro or it tastes like soap. I've never seen anyone, or I've never heard of anyone describing it just as gross. Like, I don't think it tastes like soap. I think it's just gross. The way I think tomatoes are gross. Like, they don't taste like soap either. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, I've never tasted soap before. Like, that's not a thing that I do on a regular basis. But I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe the soap that I've never tasted hasn't tasted like cilantro. Like, soap doesn't taste like cilantro to me. I don't know. Does it work reversed? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm so close to being done organizing all these pieces. Still have a little bit to go. I may have got all the edge pieces. You'll never know. You won't know until we're done. So all these pieces need to be flipped. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. All these pieces need to be flipped. And I noticed that if I sit too long, I start to feel sick. And I am feeling a little bit sick. So what I'll do is I'll probably finish this and then get up and walk around a bit. I don't know why this happens. Don't ask me. But if I sit too long at a puzzle, I just start to feel sick. It might be the way that I'm sitting. I usually, when I'm at my computer, I sit like this. But it might just because I'm sitting upright puts a strain on my body that I'm just not comfortable with. And I don't know. So there we go. We're almost done. And then we can start the San X. Oh, there's another one. The San X town. San X town was born. It's magic. It was born. If I start at this side. And oh, come on. Oh, be gentle, be gentle. Thank you. There we go. Okay. A lot of these are like pieces with like colors on them, and they look like the colors are like lined up and they look like a rainbow. Like this one. You can't really tell, but it looks like a rainbow. And there's this one. I love rainbows. I will buy something if it comes in rainbow colors, especially socks. I have quite a few rainbow socks. But the thing is, they're special socks, so I don't wear them. I would like to wear them, but I don't think about it. Because they're special, and I like to keep things special for special occasions. But then I think, okay, that's fine and all, but then I never wear them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's good to have stuff for special occasions, but then you just never use it. You know? So, what is it doing? Sitting in a drawer. And then one day, 20 years down the line, I'm going to find these rainbow socks, and I'm going to be like, oh, cool, I have rainbow socks. How come I never wore them? Oh, right, I was saving for a special occasion. Well, it's been 20 odd years. Not really, but this is hypothetically in the future. It's been 20 odd years and I haven't used them. Why don't I use them now? And then I'm like in my 50s or 60s, and I'm the weird 60-year-old walking down the street with rainbow socks up to her knees. And I just think that sounds so funny. So wholesome, you know? Like, I would love to be that person. So you just don't care. You just don't care. I'm 60 and I'm wearing rainbow socks up to my knees with like shorts or something. I think that would be like me. I've reached peak awareness of self. Okay. Almost done. Couple more to go. Come on. Yay! I'm done. Okay. We've got 3 boxes. These are all the edge pieces. If I'm missing something, if I'm missing an edge piece, then I guess we'll just deal with it, you know? Just deal with it. Because that's what we do around here. Just deal with things, right? Alright, people. Okay. So now that that's done, I'm gonna push these out of the way a bit. I don't want them to fall. I don't want them to fall. But I want them to be out of the way. They're like right on the edge of the table. Okay. So this is landscape, which means it will be easy for me to do because, see, I fit my first piece. Look, it is a little jellyfish in the corner here, which means there's a corner piece. No. Where are you? Here. Corner piece. Yay. So this goes all the way over here. And I can start to put pieces along the edge where I find them. I think that goes up there. No, wait. Does it go down here? It goes down here, actually. Oh, that goes there. And these little ghosties, or whatever they are, they might be like, you know those like, what are they called? Those like worm things that are like in the deep ocean? What are they called? Something. Worm. I'm super bright today. I'm super bright. I think this goes here. It doesn't. No, I think it goes here. And this one. Oh, pardon me. It either goes up here. Oh yeah, it goes up there. There. I think most of the blue ones will go on the top because there's just that line of blue on the top. Okay, so this either goes up here or over here. I think I can safely say that most of these blank blue ones go on the top. So I can do that. Here's one with a bit of cloud, but there's like cloud here and cloud here and cloud here. I don't think it would go anywhere else because there's no blue. I think this goes in here. Look at that. Does this go up here somewhere? I think this goes up here. That one. And this one. Does that go in there? See, it looks like it would fit, but it doesn't. All these blank blue pieces. You probably can't hear me because I'm mumbling. All these blank blue pieces can go up here. This one probably goes over here. Blue. This one probably goes over here. I bet you anything. Blue, blue. This is, I think this is, oh, it's the little curl. Goes up there. This one is something blue. Oh, it's the little dinosaur. It's over there. All these blue pieces will go up here. Don't flip over, please. Oh, what's this? Bet you anything. Huh. I've got the little panda guy at the bottom. Mostly done. Oh boy. So I'm gonna put all these blue ones up here. Blue guy, blue guy, blue guy. What is this? Oh, here's one. There we go. Got that guy done, mostly. And blue guy, blue guy. What is this? Oh, that goes over here. It's the water. Oh. water, water. Does that fit? I think it fits, but it kind of also doesn't look like it fits. Does this one fit? No. Does this one fit? That one fits there. So does that one fit there? It kind of doesn't look like it fits. I don't know. Maybe it's just weird. That one goes over there. What is this? So this looks like the little tails on the shooting star, but it's an edge piece, and it's not. I don't know. Does this go here? No. Let's go over here. It might go there. All these blue pieces. So many blue pieces. This goes over here. Does it go there? No. There's a piece in between. Oh, that piece. And then there's one. There's one in between somewhere. Okay, I gotta get up and walk around. I will be right back. Okie dokie. Feel a little bit better. You know, I was watching The Lord of the Rings yesterday with my kids. Why is my chair so squeaky? So anyway, I was watching Lord of the Rings with my kids. And it was amazing, as it always is. I think I will never get tired of those movies. Mostly because I have a theory that what is this? Okay, apparently I can't look for pieces and talk at the same time. Does this go here? Yay! And what is that? That's that little guy at the bottom. Over here, he's got like that, and then this guy is right about there. Oh, that guy goes there, and there's another piece like this. Boop. And then there's a little space, and there's this guy, and then there's a space. Oh no, wait, this guy's over here. There's a space, and there's this guy. Is it this close? Ooh. That went up really quickly. Okay. And then this is, oh, goes right there. There's a little bit of like, I don't know what those are. They look like little, oh, they're flowers. They're like flower blooms. This is one of the guys, not that guy, not that guy. Does it go there? No, but it's somewhere in here. Oh wait, does this go here? It does. And then there's something in there, in that area. Oh, this one can go over here. And this is this guy. And this is this little chick guy over here. Oh. Oh, this guy. Yep. And there's another piece here that is the other half of the chick guy. This goes here. Oh, here's that goes there. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together. This is those little guys, which is like around here somewhere. I'm still not convinced this one goes there, but whatever. This goes at the top. I'm not entirely convinced. Oh no, wait. Ta-da! I'm not entirely convinced I have all the edge pieces, but I've been not entirely convinced of that before. And it turned out I did. So I think there's a point in every puzzle where I'm like, I'm absolutely 100% missing pieces. It usually happens around that like 100 pieces left mark. And I'm like, there's no way I haven't have all the pieces. Even on a brand new puzzle, I'm still suspicious, but this is a little puff ball, like around there. Here's the other puff balls. I don't know what they're supposed to be exactly, but here's the other piece. Just put them together. What have you got? Okay, this is this guy. And there's a piece missing here. Oh, I found it. That was quick. I mean, the thing about this, oh, that doesn't even go there. Oh, because I'm missing a whole bunch of pieces there. Just gonna move these over. So there's some pieces here that are white, like this. Does that fit? Yeah, it looks like it fits. Does this fit into here? No. I need another white piece. That is like this. Ha. Nope. Yes. Maybe. I'm starting to think these pieces don't really look like they go together. This is the bridge. Here's the top of the bridge. There's some pieces that should go like this. This goes over here. What is this? Oh. Just goes there. Now this goes over here. I know that. That's this fluffy tail. That goes over here. Like here. Now there's one we're missing. This one. Yep. And this can go over here. So that's all blue. Well, kind of blue. It must go over here because there's nowhere else it would go. I don't think. This would go under the bridge. Well, that works. What's this? Pardon me. Oh, that's the sign. Goes over there. This is yellow. Is it the balloon? I think this is the balloon. That's the balloon. Goes over there. And this is yellow. Does it somehow go over there? I don't really know. This, I think, goes here. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. That doesn't go there. It does go there. Think about some of these puzzles, like some puzzles are really like they fit together really nicely, really snugly. But some puzzles don't fit snugly at all. And oh no. What does it say? 72 by 49 centimeters. Are you freaking kidding me? This isn't gonna fit. I don't think this is gonna fit. I can't do a quick conversion in my head. But I think it might be too big. Because there's still a piece missing in the middle. This one? Oh my god, it's too big. No. Oh my god. It's like not even a little bit too big. It hangs over like half an inch. Oh, what am I gonna do? Usually I have the opposite problem. Oh, that's so annoying. Anyway. Oops. I think oh. That's really annoying because this is a really cute puzzle and I don't know what to do. I think the pieces are too thick to cut very efficiently. I don't want to cut them either. They're just, yeah. Like I probably could with a lot of force. Oh no. That's so sad. What am I gonna do? I guess like there's a couple options. I could keep going and then find a frame big enough for it. Or I could just cut my losses. I could put all the edge pieces in a bag so they don't get mixed up with the other ones. I could do the puzzle, glue it, and wait to find a bigger frame. I don't know. So it's about it's like maybe a quarter of an inch too big. And these frame backings fit pretty snugly. So I'm pretty confident that even just that quarter inch is going to make it impossible to fit in the frame. This is like right up to the edge. I could even move it over just like a tad. be right up to the edge. It's like 1/4 of an inch too long. That's too bad. Well, you know what? I'm just going to think about it. I'm going to think about it and I'm going to come back to it because I'm tired. And it's been almost 2 hours already, which doesn't feel like it, but it has. And I still have work I need to do. So I think I'm just going to quit for now. I'm happy with the progress I've made. All the pieces are right way up. All the edge pieces are here, I'm pretty sure. Even though it doesn't feel like it, but I'm pretty sure they're all here. That one doesn't feel like it goes in there. Maybe it does, I don't know. Again, like, some of these don't feel like they go, but I don't know. I don't know, potato. I don't know. You know, it could be that one of these is wrong, but I don't think so. They all look like they fit a cohesive line from one end to the next. The only one I would guess is this white one here, but it fits perfectly. So I'm pretty sure that there's no way around it. This puzzle is just too big. You know what I think I might do? Push all the edge pieces off, put the cardboard backing back in the frame, and see if there's any wiggle room. Like, it could be the backing is just too small. I didn't notice it was too small, but you never know. If it is smaller than its place, then maybe it will fit. But because it's bigger, that means it's also going to be smaller this way, I think. I don't know. So frustrating. Well, you know what? I'm just going to say goodnight for now because I'm getting tired. And I'll be back. Tomorrow's Tuesday. It's Monday right now. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I don't think I have anything planned. I am going out Wednesday though. Wednesday's my busy day. But I should be back tomorrow, Tuesday. And hopefully I'll have a solution by then. If not, we'll just find a solution. That's just what we do around here. We're problem solvers, right? If we weren't problem solvers, we wouldn't be here right now. I would have given up years ago. We're just problem solving our way through life. Because that's what we do. 1/4 of an inch. That bugs me so much. I can take 1/8 of an inch off either side. No, that wouldn't do anything. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, lovelies. Mwah. Thank you for coming, and I will see you next time.